Voice magic is the practice of using the voice as a bridge to both speak directly to our body and also express creatively through our mind and its magnificent language. So our bodies are vibrational. That means that the language of the voice, which is sound, is very effective to be able to tune and navigate those different layers. Through voice magic and the different practices, we can access energy that's been frozen or looping and transmute it into more clarity, a much deeper, grounded, felt sense of embodiment, and a magnetic, resonant presence. So voice truly is that magical movement between body and mind, which are not separate things, but it's helpful to think of them on a spectrum so that we can actually really explore the different modalities and capacities that each of these parts of our being allows us. As that gateway between body and mind, the voice really allows us to be in touch with both unknown, almost unconscious parts of us through our body and its physiology and all of the different processes that are involved in voicing, as well as the known and conscious parts that come out when we're communicating, when we're sharing ideas, when we're trying to creatively express something. So what's really interesting about the voice is that in its sound, you can hear there is a revelation almost of many of our different inner states. At the same time, because we can work with it directly, we can affect those inner states by choosing to do different practices, exercises, toning, breath work. How we move our voice impacts our inner landscapes. Our inner landscapes are all the time being revealed or shared through our voice. So that makes it quite an incredible portal to be able to work with. Because of its nature, the voice is intricately connected to our nervous system. So one of the first things that we want to do with voice magic is to really develop a felt, alive sense of our body as a musical instrument. To help you with this, I actually have 4 free warm-up voice magic practices available. You can click the link in the description box, sign up to my newsletter, and get instant access to those if you feel that they can be helpful. They're designed for this purpose of accentuating how we can become musical in our way of relating to our own body. And so because of that connection with the nervous system, the voice directly stimulates the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is our longest cranial nerve, and it fully innervates the larynx. Therefore, that relationship is deep, profound, intimate, and constant. Every time that we're doing any kind of voice work, that is all active. There are many exercises that we can begin to play with to explore this language of sound. And I actually have a vagus nerve aliveness practice that I'll be sharing in the next video. So if that's of interest to you, please go ahead and make sure you subscribe. And for today, I do have an exercise that I think can be very helpful. You can notice throughout the day the micro changes that happen in your voice. What do I mean by this? Becoming aware of the subtle movement of the vibrations of our voice is going to be quite revelatory. You can pay attention, for example, to whether your tone changes depending on who you're speaking with, whether there's a movement in the resonance of your voice if you're outside, inside, if it's the morning, lunchtime, the evening. When does your voice start to feel or get tired? Are there people with or situations where you find yourself speaking in monotone? Or maybe on the other hand, there might be situations where you find yourself going up and down in tone and a lot of vibrancy, a lot of energy. Now, the idea would be to be non-judgmental about all of this. We're not trying to decide whether there's an interpretation of it being good or bad. This is just so that you gather information about your musical instrument. And then you can actually start to work with that information from a place that's already quite toned and tuned. So that is my suggestion for you today. You can do this for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, as focused as you want to be. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon for that vagus nerve aliveness practice.